Right off the bat, this movie's in the top 5. Deadpool and Wolverine is in the top 5 best MCU movies of all time. To be honest, it's probably in the top 3. This movie blew my expectations. This movie was so good. For this review, we're gonna start with just spoiler-free review. We'll get into spoilers later on in the video. Going in, I was wary. I'm a big fan of the X-Men movies and the new ones with James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and all of them, right? Those movies are really good. And you guys know I'm checked out of the MCU. That formulaic, that cheesy humor, it's just the same thing over and over again. It's like just watered down garbage, okay? You get good movies once in a while. I didn't want Deadpool or any of the X-Men movies coming in the future to have to deal with that. To have to deal with that watered down treatment, especially for a character like Deadpool. You got it so right. You got Ryan Reynolds so passionate about the character, right? So I was very wary about this movie. Okay, not very wary. I was a little wary about this movie. But let me tell you what. Take all those concerns that you have surrounding what if they have to do with what I just said, throw them in the trash. Throw them in the garbage because you don't have to worry one bit. Not only did we not have to deal with any of that, we don't have to deal with Deadpool being Disneyfied or any of that, having it, fit into the Marvel sense of humor or anything like that. Not only did we not have to deal with any of that, Deadpool and Wolverine is the best Deadpool movie we got so far. This is better than Deadpool 1. This movie is so good. This movie is so satisfying too. Go watch it. Go to the theaters and watch this movie. You will not be disappointed. I can pretty much guarantee you won't be disappointed. If you're a fan of the MCU lately, yeah, maybe then you'll be disappointed because it's not garbage. It's actually a good movie. But man, I gotta give credit to Ryan Reynolds, especially Ryan Reynolds, and obviously Hugh Jackman, Shawn Levy, the director. But I feel like I really do feel like a lot of the credit, Ryan Reynolds deserves a massive chunk of the credit because the heart of this movie, I feel like comes from Ryan Reynolds. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because Ryan Reynolds understands the character of Deadpool. Hugh Jackman also understands the character of Wolverine, at least the Wolverine that he plays, okay? And we got that represented on screen here. We got that, and that's such a huge thing because, okay, not only is this in top 3 best MCU movies, this is the best multiverse movie. Okay, this is the best it blows No Way Home out the water. Okay, it blows that movie out the water. I haven't even watched that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness or whatever that thing is. I haven't watched that yet, so I can't even speak on that, but I heard that movie was trash. Okay, I might get some flack for this, but this is true. If you're actually a fan of Andrew Garfield and his Spider-Man movies, you know the way he acted in No Way Home is not at the same caliber as he acted in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know there's a difference. It was just like they were riffing on set and they captured that. Okay? Same goes for Tobey Maguire and his movies. The caliber, the quality of his movies, Tobey Maguire's movies, are far superior to him in No Way Home. Okay? 100%. That's 100% fact. If you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're objective, you'll agree with me. Deadpool and Wolverine, this was Deadpool and Wolverine. That's what I'm saying. They were not MCU-ified. There was nothing, it was the characters, dude. And that, it was good, man. It was good. And the reason why I'm very excited about that is because you don't get that, man. You don't get that often. You can't be immersed anymore. Because you just changed studios, just like what they did with Spider-Man. But here, the characters stayed true to the characters, who they are. And it was so good, dude. It was really good, man. You guys got to watch it. Go to the theaters, check this movie out. It was really good. All right, enough of me praising the movie without any context. Let's continue to praise the movie with some context. Let's get into some spoilers. This entire movie was an ode to Fox. And I love that. I love that because those X-Men movies are really cool. And if Disney destroys the X-Men in the future, at least we had this. At least we had this movie. The way they ended the movie off, the credits, they literally showed behind the scenes footage of the old X-Men movies, of the Fantastic Four and all that stuff. I thought that was awesome. It really felt like a goodbye to an age. It's like, like how when Billy Boyd Pippin did The Last Goodbye for the final Hobbit movie, it was giving me that kind of vibes, okay? Except this was actually good and the Hobbit movies weren't good. This movie was awesome. Right at the start, the opening credits, it was hilarious. Okay, so Deadpool takes place in the Logan universe. Deadpool's Wolverine is Logan. So Wolverine's dead, okay? And, okay, I'm not doing a whole summary, all right? Because there's so much stuff in this movie. This movie is jam-packed. This movie is one of the only movies, I rarely say this, okay? It's one of the only movies after I watch, I want to go watch again. I rarely go back and watch movies a second time. I literally wanted to watch this movie coming out of the theater again. Okay? That should tell you something. This movie is good, and it is jam-packed with fan service, but it's not trash fan service. It's actually good fan service. And the fight scenes are so satisfying. Okay, so when a lot of these team-up movies or these versus movies, you have the entire movie is entirely boring, and then you have like one fight at the end, like Batman v Superman. It's usually like the last 20 minutes are the good stuff. This movie, and you don't get like a satisfying fight. This movie, you get you get an extremely good fight with Deadpool and Wolverine, and then you get another one. I felt satisfied. It's not like, dang it, I'm wanting more. I didn't come out of the theater wanting more. I came out of the theater like, yo, this is so freaking good, I want to watch it again. Not because it was lacking anything, but just it was so good I wanted to experience it again. The fight scenes, I was satisfied with the fight scenes. It was not like I wanted to see them go at it more. They gave me enough where they just went at it, and I'm having trouble like expressing myself because I literally felt this same way coming out of the theater. I'm like, yo, I don't even know. We're walking out of the theater, and usually when we come out of the theater, we're talking amongst ourselves. Yo, this scene was cool. That scene was awesome. Look at, this movie was so good. I'm just like walking in silence because I'm just overwhelmed at how good this movie was. Like, there's so much in this movie that it's like, what do I talk about now? All right, let's talk about the cameos because the cameos, Human Torch was in this. You hear the Chris Evans voice, and you see his forearm, and it's white and red something, and it's Captain America. But you can then you see his face, and his hair is brown, and you see the Fantastic Four suit underneath. They brought back Johnny Storm. Man. That was so, dude. Dude, this movie was good. The way he died, Xavier's twin. She was an awesome villain. And it's sad. It's a sad thing to say. But a lot of times when you got female villains in movies or female extremely strong characters in movies nowadays, especially if they're under the Disney banner, they're boring and they're Mary Sue's or they're just like entitled. Or I don't know, dude. They're annoying. This girl was awesome. Her character was so good. I really liked her character, and her powers, like, she's like Xavier, but she's like Omega. I mean, I think Xavier is Omega level also, but this girl is insanely strong. She like puts her hands inside your head, and like you can see the fingers coming. It looks crazy, dude. And like she got into Deadpool's head and was like tormenting him, making his girlfriend saying you'll never amount to anything, and just. Like, there's some scenes that are actually pretty emotional. There was a scene in a Honda Odyssey of all vehicles with Wolverine and Deadpool, and Wolverine was just yelling at him, and it got pretty intense. And then that's when they had another fight, and that fight scene was so satisfying. Wesley Snipes' Blade is in this movie. We got what's the dude's name? The dude from 21 Jump Street. Oh my gosh, Channing Tatum playing Gambit. Finally, we got him in here. We got Elektra in here. We got X-23 in here. The cameos were so good. Johnny Storm. This movie was fantastic. And the amount of references, and that's what you want in a multiverse movie, right? Because what's the point in having, that's the whole point. Well, that's a huge factor in having a multiverse movie. You're referencing other universes, right? Like, when they introduced Wolverine, he's trying to find the anchor person of his universe, and his anchor person was Wolverine from Logan. So he's going around he's going to all these different universes trying to find Wolverine, and that whole, like, compilation of trying to find the Wolverine, a Wolverine that he can bring back, was so good. We got comic accurate short little Wolverine. We got Wolverine fight versus Hulk. Like, there's so that whole sequence was so good, dude. We got Henry Cavill dressed up as Wolverine. He even did the Mission Impossible, like the reloading of the fists and the claws come out. Like what? The amount of references to pop culture and to other movies and to characters, it was done extremely well. Now combine all that with an interesting story, excellent characters, great acting. You got a fantastic movie. You got a fun ride, amazing fight scenes as well, good effects. This movie had everything, dude. This movie, if you're a fan of the Deadpool movies, you will 100% like this. If you're a fan of Wolverine and the X-Men, you will 100% like this. Okay? This movie was so much fun. But that's enough. That's enough with this review. All right, let me know what you guys thought about the movie down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.